Right, this is Mobile Glass here. Austin Mobile Glass doing a windshield chip repair. Windshield rock chip repair here in Georgetown. Right now I just arrived, so I'm going to clean the glass. That's what you see is the glass cleaner on the surface of the windshield. We're going to get it cleaned up and then we'll take a look at the damage. You can't see it right now, it's pretty small, but we're going to get that in just a second. Alright, nice and clean now so we can get a good look at it. It's right here. So if we see, it is definitely a little star break. There's a couple lines coming off of it. It's not too large. It is small, but that can run with temperature change, expansion and contraction of the glass could definitely cause it to run. So we're going to get that fixed here for them. Mobile service right here at the customer's house. And I don't know if you can tell, but there is a couple other spots you see right here next to it. So it looks to me like it might have been a bigger rock or object that hit it and skipped off the glass and just really damaged it right there. It's the main impact spot. I'm not sure, it wasn't there, but my spidey senses tell me that's what happened. Alright, you see I put a mirror just so I can get a better look at it. And when it goes to the step of when the resin has already been injected and it's going to need to be cured, we use UV light, so that mirror is going to reflect the light and just kind of doubles the speed of the process, or I should say cuts the time in half by having the mirror there. Now there's a couple ways to fix this. Obviously, you know, to get the resin in, we have drills. I could drill that spot, but I try to stay away from that because it's more noticeable at the end. We want it to be as diminished as possible. So what I'm going to do here is try to inject the resin without drilling. It's a little bit more difficult, but it turns out better. What we're going to do here is use this pick and clean this out. It's really just a dental pick, honestly, but it is very good for this. A very small, sharp tip. And just kind of clean that crushed glass right where it hit. Get that cleaned out. And that will allow the resin to flow into the cracked area. Alright, step 3 here. Call this device a bridge assembly. And if you can see, that mirror really aids in lining it up right over the top of the impact point. So you can see right down, this is the barrel or injector. We got a suction cup that holds it onto the windshield, and then over here is going to be like stabilizer, just kind of like an outrigger on a crane, holds it still, and then we just tighten that down, and that is in place so it will not move. It creates a nice suction against the surface of the glass. And then we have this injector, plunger that we put into the injector, but first we'll have to put that resin in. So I'm going to apply the resin and we'll be right back. Alright, we got our resin there from Glass Magic. A lot of our parts we source from Equalizer Tools. We have to buy through a distributor, of course, but Equalizer Tools manufactures windshield repair tools right here in Central Texas in Round Rock. So it's really nice. We try to do our best to buy from them, support the local community, and it's also to our benefit, let's be honest. They have really good tools. Now we see here, you know, the plunger is not in place because I'm allowing the resin to work its way down first. Then I'll put this plunger in, and I'm not sure if we could see the crack at this angle. Part of the crack, you see it there, off to the right. But what we're going to do is start forcing that resin in there. And as it goes down and works its way into the crack, you'll start to see that little line diminish. Never want to use the word disappear because people think it just, you know, crack just goes away. And that does not happen. Crack will always be there. We're just filling it in with basically glue. as I bring it in and then bring it back out, kind of working the air out, allowing the resin to find its way through. The key is to not go too hard and cause further damage, cause the crack to run. So you want it to fill with enough pressure, but not too much. Alright, we'll be right back. Check this out in a second here. Let's see if we can see it start to disappear, except just the tip there. And you can see it working its way towards the edge. There it goes. Magic. Alright. We're going to give it about 5 minutes to work its way all the way through, and we'll be back. Alright, now we're applying UV light to allow that resin to cure, to harden. Give that another 5 minutes and we'll be back. So, nothing to see in the interim. Okay, so you're probably wondering what's going on. What we did, you could see the original spot we injected right there. That one little crack we were watching that was filling in also moved a little, which sometimes happens. So because that one moved and I could see a little white area where it did not fill in with the resin, that's a spot where it could run. So I went and I drilled right at the end of that crack, and I'm backfilling now. That way that there's no chance for that crack to continue to spread in the future. So yes, I ended up having to drill, but it's better to drill than to let it crack. Alright, now I just applied what they call pit resin right to the spot where I drilled, and then to the original impact spot that we injected through the first time. And that's just, it's a premium resin, like a harder resin. It's not good for going into the cracks, but it's good for sealing the surface. That way you don't have streaks and stuff when you use your windshield wipers. So again, that hardens with the UV light. So we put this curing tab over the top of it after we had applied the resin right there to the spots. Lay that on top, nice and smooth, and apply the light. So give that a few minutes to harden, and then we'll clean it up using a straight edge razor blade, if I can speak. Hello. And last, but certainly not least, nice little pit polish. And what that's going to do is, the glass is obviously clear, you want to see through it. The spot where we put that resin, it's going to be a little white, kind of a cloudy look to it. It's a very small spot, but it will be cloudy. I'll show you. And we use that pit polish over the top of it, and it just shines it up, makes it clear. Just a little bit less noticeable. It's a nice finishing touch. Alrighty, now we've cleaned it up, but we have not applied the pit polish. So if you see here, if I can get it to focus, what we've got is those little white areas there. See the little white spots, little cloudy areas? So we'll use a little bit of this polish and we'll watch it disappear. Or a lot of it. Not sure if you can tell the difference, but just a little bit clearer than it was before. So now I'll clean off the glass, take all my fingerprints off, and we are done. Oh, we'll check it out from the inside here. Everybody, this is where it really matters, right? Not sure if we can see it.